Good Monday morning, you guys. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe, you guys, it's June. And I feel like it's been a while since we've had like a month show start on like the first of a month. So, oh my gosh. Hello, June. You guys are listening to Author Talk with me, Amy, Russell, and Valerie. It is just us today. If you haven't caught on, I like just doing an us show at the beginning of the month so we can just kind of talk about and catch up what we've done, what we've seen coming. Russell's, fixation with the different elements of romance, just to have a fun kind of chat, which is what we're going to do
terrible. Why do
today.
you always put that on me?
I love it. You're the one that was
Makes me-
fascinated, and I just read it. But
It
so
makes me feel so stupid.
I love it. But you guys, if you guys have listened to us long enough, or if you are new, you guys have probably heard June is a very busy month for us. It turned into a busy month for Russell because Melinda broke her collarbone. But we have our 10-year is this year. But on top of it, my 10-year wedding anniversary is this year. So I will be gone for a week. And then my birthday is at the end of this month. Russell will be traveling also. And summer has kicked off, you guys. Yeah, Valerie, you have a birthday too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you.
We won't talk about how old I am.
Oh, you
Yeah, we
look
will.
fabulous. Russell will. I will just say you look fabulous. So June is just a very busy, hectic month. So I like that we can get together and just chat. But this weekend, you guys, I survived the first week of my kid being, or both of my kids being off for summer. And that was spent at the pool, surviving the chaoticness that comes with that. And now they're doing chores, which is why my background looks different, because they have to have music to
Compliment
motivate
to
them.
you that you are
Yes.
teaching your girls work ethic at such a young age.
Well,
Compliment to you.
There's no telling what's actually getting done upstairs.
It
but
doesn't matter. You tried.
they're
That's all you can do.
supposed
You're
to be
trying to
doing
survive.
So we shall see. But the weekend was just spent. My neighbor's birthday, his 70th birthday, was actually this weekend, and they have a pool, so they had a big pool party, and they like having the girls over and just kind of being surrounded by that. So we went over there. Josh met. I felt like Josh knew everyone at the damn party, or he was talking to everyone at the party about Claude. So I just kind of kept and sat on the end of the pool and tanned and kept my kids from drowning. That was my responsibility. And then yesterday was just like a whirlwind of trying to get shit done in the house that never seems to stop. So that was my weekend. So I hope you guys had a more adventurous or fun weekend. Usually that's Russell, but he's on nurse duty, and I pity Melinda. I feel for Melinda.
You should so pity her.
I feel for her. So, but what all did you guys do? Valerie, it looked like you had a fun weekend. You posted a lot of photos and everything. So how was your weekend?
It was good. We had a birthday party for my little nephew. I guess he's my great nephew. So he's 2 years old. So we all got together out in the woodlands at Buca de Beppo, because that was a great place to have a big family thing. And there were multiple graduation parties, so everybody's like, yeah, there's just a good vibe going on. But he's 2, so we were just trying to contain and enjoy the pizza and pasta. So then Saturday, what did we do? Sunday. It's one in the fall, and our family does family game day, and so it was Mexican train Domino's. So it was revved back up a little early because everybody was missing it, and then a lot of people were going on vacations. So we're like, yeah, let's just have the family game day. So I was actually winning for a while.
Have you guys gotten onto the mahjong kink or like kick? That's what everybody's playing now. And
I know. Yeah. My aunt and my cousins are playing it, and I'm like, I don't know if I have time to. I know it's a big time investment in general. But dang.
Yeah, I don't think I like enough people to play with them or to learn a new game. Now, I love a good bunco game. I love bunco.
Yes,
I think it's a lot of fun. I love that.
The Mexican train is fun.
I know you're going to have to show me. The next time I come down, I'm going to make you teach me how to play it, because that sounds really fun. But I like Uno Flip, because I like to be kept on my toes sometimes in a game, because I'm not competitive. I have to beat Josh, but he's the only person I'm competitive with because
Of
that he
course.
Okay,
always
that makes
beats
me
me.
so happy. That makes me
Yeah.
happy. That little sentence.
He
That makes me
he
happy.
always beats me. Like at Battleship, I swear he cheats. I don't know how he cheats. So I'm competitive against him. But Uno Flip is one. If you guys haven't played it, I absolutely love it because you'll be getting down to the Uno, and you're wearing it down, and then someone throws a flip card and you got to flip over, and then you're just screwed because it's all like a different color set, different wilds, and all those kinds of things. So my kids like playing it too, which is nice because I can dominate them and that's cool. But I just, God, yeah, on the regular Uno, I don't. Okay, do you guys? I know you guys remember, but I'm gonna say that anyway. Do you
We
guys?
have Uno. We've been playing Uno so long. We have a
Yeah.
Harry Potter deck of Uno cards.
Oh my gosh, I was gonna ask you. So you guys remember the Uno where you didn't have the swap hands card, right? Like that wasn't a card.
I don't know. Well, we have the one with the reverse. I don't know. There's
Yeah.
a
I
new one
have
where you.
no idea what you're talking
Okay, so
about.
that brings me comfort. That
That
brings me
Okay.
comfort.
my see, at least your husband will play with you. My wife's husband says I don't play games. It makes her so
Oh
mad.
Or do you
And
play games
now
with twins?
I don't play I don't play games. I don't do stuff like that, which makes
no,
her so mad. And now uh, our family is so large. We do have game nights, and we do have uh, people playing that
mahjong.
Yeah.
mahjong. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a big thing within our family,
Oh,
and
okay.
and uh, she gets so mad at me because I'm like, I don't play. That's like being on a team to me. I don't do
Yeah.
stuff like that. But
That's
when
funny.
they need one more person, sometimes I get threatened with blood, and so I
Mhm.
still
Yeah.
play.
That's fair.
No,
But I
That's
don't
fair.
even.
we play Monopoly so aggressively in our family that when people come over to play like it with us and they're like, we're never playing with y'all again,
Oh,
because we start doing all the side rules like, okay, I'm gonna trade you this, but you got to give me that, and all kinds of
Well, you
oh
are
we're
no.
making dirty
Italian,
deals.
so
Mm-mm.
I know
I
what
will
that's
not
like.
play that. No, I will
Stabbing
not play
someone
it.
in the alley. And
That's what would
That's
happen.
funny.
Like that's the only game that could just make anybody mad. I can't play that
of course,
game
they'll
for
still
sure.
come over because you're going to feed them, so they're still going to come over.
That's
That's
true.
right.
There
You
That's
you
make the
right.
go.
greatest food.
Yeah. But
Okay.
no, so in the Uno deck, the new ones, they have a swap hands deck, right? So whenever I am winning against Josh, he always freaking has that card. I've banned that card in my house because he always had it and used it. And
Why
so
don't you
he has
take
to
it
win
out of
without
the
it.
deck and just hide it?
I did. It's
That's what my
banned.
cheater mother used to do,
It is a
and
banned
nobody knew
card.
she would do stuff like that.
So what
I
do you
love
say?
that.
It's a thing, Amy, where they're like you have to give them your deck, and then they
Yes.
or whatever.
Swap
Is that
hands
what it
and
is?
they can pick who to swap hands with. Yes. And
What?
Josh always gets that freaking card and
Because
it's
he watches
banned.
your eyes, he can read you because you have
Probably.
no poker face.
I
You've
know.
never
I
had a
know.
poker face, and
I know.
Josh actually pays attention. Let me tell you, I try to tell my weekends when they're completely not exciting and not fun. I try to tell the story of the whole weekend with one story. And when this happened, I thought this is the story I have to tell you guys about.
Okay.
So, this weekend was my wife's birthday, so the family came over, and I went to Dairy Maid, which is this cheese place in Houston
So good. Yeah.
that is as close to Paris as you can get for cheese between the East Coast and the West Coast. It's a serious place. And you don't even go in and tell them what kind of cheese you want because I'm a plebe. You go in and you ask for the bag of the week, and they choose the
Oh.
cheeses that you're going to have. So
Okay.
I drove to North Houston to get this, and obviously Valerie knows about it because Valerie is a
Hmm.
serious food person.
Hmm.
And uh, for my wife's birthday party, and so she can't do stuff still. So she said, so you need to get the cheese out and lay it out for the party. just do it the way I always do it. Now, I we get this cheese all the time, and she lays it out all the time. But this is how much I don't pay attention to stuff. My response to her was, "But I don't know how you do it." And she's like, "Just use the same plate that I always use for it." What plate was that? She was
Oh,
so mad at me because I don't, I've never even paid attention to that. So
rightfully
she had
so.
to, she was like, "Dude, here, it's here. This is what we use."
Hmm.
She was not happy with
Then did
me.
she go on about how I've done this for so long? You should know what plate this is and where it is. I might as well just do this myself. I do that all the time.
Except she can't do it
I
herself.
know. Poor thing,
Fine.
but still. Oh,
And
Russell. Poor
that
Melinda.
was that was my poor wife's weekend, but she's getting stronger every day, so I'm happy.
Oh,
That's good.
poor Melinda. Though happy late birthday. Oh man.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, it's been a hell of a birthday for her, right?
I know she had
Collarbone.
to deal with you as her caregiver.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm so
bless her
bad.
heart.
Okay, we
Bless
need to
her
thank
heart.
our listeners. We're top 1% on Good Pods, top 10% on a lot of the other podcast channels for, uh, I don't know, is it artist or it's author podcast? But we want to thank you for listening to us. We've been on the air for 10 years. We haven't been on podcast for 10 years, but we've been doing these interviews for 10 years. And, for a long time, a couple of years ago, when we finally got on the podcast channels, I could never find us. And then Amy and I have found out recently, Dina, with her helping her, did something besides color, which is what Amy describes it, but I think it's more
Mhm.
than that. And all of a sudden, even I could find us. I'm such a low tech boomer. If I can find us, you can find us. Amy, where do they find us on the podcast channels?
You're pretty tech savvy. You just struggle to find things. He is tech savvy. But no, so Dina helped us rebrand, which is what the color thing Russell's talking about. And so you can find us anywhere, literally, literally that you can search for a podcast. So my go-to is Amazon Music for my daughter's Spotify, Google Play, Apple, any of those you can go to. You can look us up on YouTube if you want to watch us and see. Me and Valerie are very animated, which I love. I don't feel alone in my animations.
And you had no poker
I
face,
don't. So Russell likes to make
which
fun
is
of
why
me.
your husband always knows when you have the
Oh,
magic
that's so
card.
true. It is a very
Yes.
true statement. I control what comes out of my mouth, but not my facial expressions. That is the disclaimer that comes with me. So you guys can go over to our YouTube channel, any one of our social media channels, and you can watch us, engage with us, and have a lot of fun and enjoy with us. So if you watch it, if you haven't watched us live, we go live Mondays at 10 a.m. Central Time. But if you're listening to the recording, hey, like we have absolutely loved getting to be in your earbuds for a little bit. So, oh, you guys, Russell.
I do before you get started, and I know you have a subject, write it down so you don't forget it.
Okay.
But before you go, I would like for you to let us know uh, the ongoing home run that you accidentally hit with Ben and your poet, uh, and how did that extra new project experiment? How did it end? How are they doing? And I think you said you have another one coming up.
I do. I have one coming up tomorrow. But as far as my Goodreads like giveaway campaign that we ran, so I'm up to 26 reviews for Ben's
Good.
book, which is
That's like a
pretty
freaking
good.
home run.
I know I'm doing pretty good. I'm a big girl. I
Yeah.
did it. And then on top of that, now I can't track how many of these have come from X, Y, and Z, right? But what I can do is I can gauge where they were before the campaign took place and where they are now. So that's kind of what we're doing. And as far as the poetry book, let me pull it up. I have to spell it right, and it takes a hot minute. But that one was doing good, and a lot of these transferred over onto um on Goodreads. And so the poetry book is currently at 29. And so
Awesome.
that is we're
That's a
pretty good.
that's a huge home run.
Yeah, and it's still
Absolutely.
sitting at number 15 for motivational and inspirational poetry
Wow.
books.
That's
So
Still,
so great.
we're doing pretty good. I know. I got to figure out. I'm supposed to have more reviews, so we'll see what happened. I got to figure that out. But yeah, currently that's where everything is sitting, which is fine. I
so
have
what do
one
you have
tomorrow.
going on? Yeah, who is that tomorrow? Who do you have
So that's
tomorrow?
with Maria Jane is tomorrow on her book Perfect Secret. It's a romance book. So that campaign starts tomorrow. It'll be 99 cents for 3 days. So I have a bunch of different campaigns starting tomorrow and on the 3rd that's going to run. But it's a solo one. It's the only book I got running a campaign tomorrow, so it's refreshing to do
Do
just
you
one.
have? Are you doing a Goodreads thing on that? And what exactly is it, so the listeners can hear it? 'Cause they may not have heard what you did with Ben and the Magic Poet
Yeah.
and the home
So
runs.
I'm not doing a Goodreads campaign for this one because she has set that up. But what it is it's a Goodreads giveaway. So if you have a Goodreads account and your book's up there, you can go and select a giveaway. The best way to strategically do it is you run it for a month, like 30 days before your book comes out, where like it ends the day your book comes out or like a week before. So then you can garner up reviews and stuff, hopefully. So that's generally kind of how you run them. But all you do is select that you want to run, how many copies you want to give away, what kind of giveaway, if it's an ebook, a physical copy that you're going to mail, etc. And then Goodreads takes care of all of it because you sync up your Amazon account to it. And so it distributes, it picks the winner, it distributes everything that goes out. And so you don't really have to worry about it. So you kind of like start it and let it go. Generally is how it
Is
runs.
that AI controlled?
No. It's just all like with Goodreads.
I have a question for Valerie about all her previous children's books.
Uh-uh.
Okay. Have you thought about, and as Amy was describing this, and we'll get to the subject you wanted to talk about, Amy. That's why I told you to write it down. But uh, so, have you thought about reissuing your children's books with new graphics and using AI to draw up your graphics and like showing you could show AI the graphics you used and the words and then tell it to make completely different children's graphics? Have you thought about doing
No,
something like that?
absolutely no. Simply because I get so many compliments on my illustrations, all the time for
Well, I
all the
was
books.
wondering the reason, but that's how you could republish your books.
Huh.
I'm not trying
I
to
don't
get you to do it. It's just occurred to me that this might be a trick, and I
know.
thought I wanted to just kind of try
Wait,
it out on
repeat
you.
it. I missed it because I was making sure whose he was. It didn't fall. Repeat it because I missed it, but it sounds like something I
Well,
want to
she's still
comment
got
on.
a project back behind you.
No, I know.
Yeah,
She's
she's
got a
eating her
banana
banana.
and nail
There she goes.
polish, but she has a chair, so now she's
Yeah,
fine.
I hope she doesn't get the two put together.
Did you
Oh
guys
my
see
gosh.
that? I love her
Yeah,
dearly.
she's
Silly.
dancing.
Yeah.
What were you saying about the
I
illustrations?
have no memory.
But you know
Uh,
what, and on another note, no, I looking over my files and I was like, there's things I want to do a little bit different in general with my files. So I was just kind of going over those this weekend too. And I was like, because it's been so long, just, the way what the one company published the first two, and then the second company, they did okay, but not as it was different things they didn't do that the first company did. So I was like, maybe I could just go in and redesign my file. I'm like, do I really want to do that? Because they're kind of already done, and I want to start new projects. And then I'm like, I get sucked into an old project. I feel like maybe authors do that a lot too. You're like, I want take two steps back, but then you want to take two steps forward, and you know, keep moving forward.
Okay, so here's advice because I
Mhm.
have going through it because you guys know I have Plum Creek Press, right? And so when Texas Sisters Press closed, I took on all their authors because they were going to lose all their books. So we're going through this whole process. And I have found now, don't quote me because I'm not going to say all of them are fantastic, but on Fiverr, I have had great success in working with illustrators that can mimic a certain vibe that I had, right? So
Mhm.
I've had success with them, and it doesn't break my bank account. And I feel like it's like supporting, artists in a way because they're not AI generated or like
Okay, you
manipulated.
need to tell us what fiber is.
Oh, so Fiverr is people have a love-hate relationship with them because it depend you have to know what you're looking for, what, like review and level to look for to know that you're not going to get like scammed or it's not just AI, right? But it's a way that you can go and you work and there's artists all over the world. It's not just in the States. You can narrow it down to the States or you can go international, you can do whatever you want to do. But you can go and find local ones or international ones that will do art, and it's usually per page instead of per illustration. So some artists charge you per illustration, and if you have a 26 illustrated book or you have 5 characters in it, you're getting charged per, illustration, which is per character per page, right? So that can get like more expensive, but I've had great success in terms of using Fiverr artists. And I always test the waters with it. So if I've already had it kind of created and they're like, hey, we're going to republish this and this just needs to be fixed because I don't like this, I'll
Mhm.
give them like a screenshot of the page and been like, hey, like, I'll pay you for one illustration. Can you recreate this one in a 3D effect so it looks more for kids of early learning? Or can we do a 2D look very hand drawn? And I test the waters with one page and then I can compare to see which one works, right? And then that's how you can kind of figure out in terms of like artistry. And there's usually a quick turnaround. It takes like 14 to 21 days if they're not backlogged, is how it kind of works. But I've had success doing that. But you do have to test the waters to figure out and give them like an example instead of just like the manuscript. But I mean, it doesn't break my bank account because some
And
illustrators are.
how do you test the waters and how do you know they're not just AI in it to you?
Oh, well, I
Mhm.
mean, I can tell if I'll upload it to like Claude and been like, hey, how much of this was AI generated? Because I think so. We've had this AI conversation a lot. I think for parts of it, you have to embrace it, right? Because they are very vibrant and they're very colorful for kids and it's attracting. I think for other parts, you have to be more of a stickler on. You can have, I don't want 100% AI generated. If it's hand drawn and then uploaded and then it's AI colored or manipulated, I'm fine with that.
Mhm.
Like, that's fine for me. But you test the waters by finding 3 or 4 artists that you like, and they usually have different tiers. And so they'll have like a 5, 10, or $30 tier, depending on how many illustrations you want or whatever. And so you select the cheapest one and you upload and you send them like, I don't know, the opening page of your book. If it's a children's book or whatever, you send them the opening page and you're like, hey, I really want to recreate this and I'm looking to do a 3D effect. So it looks like the pages are coming alive, or I want really hand drawn with handwriting. So it reads very artistically for a child. Right.
Mhm.
And so
Mhm.
they'll do that one page and send it to you. And then you can compare the 3 or 4 and see which one you like the most. And
Mhm.
then continue from there and like build a relationship with them, but everything is done through Fiverr. So like there's no connecting with them outside or anything, but they have like a video chat. So if you wanted to chat with them to like tell them what was going on and like communicate more effectively with them or efficiently, you can do that. And like it's all within there, the safe space. Now people will have, it's a love-hate relationship. I feel like most things in our industry is, but it is one that you have to test the waters. You can't just dive into it. So
Okay, two questions. What is the benefit of reissuing, republishing your book?
it keeps them like fresh and like it's a new audience, right? So I've had to establish this with my kids because the books that I like when I was little, they don't necessarily like. They're not as vibrant colored or it doesn't kind of resonate with them as the same as it did when I was little. And so if you refresh them and make them like more vibrant, or if you tweak the story a little bit, then it appears to the younger
Mhm.
generation kind of thing. So that's like the point of it. And to give it a fresh look because things can get outdated. Artwork is out like can get outdated, illustrations, what's currently going with the trend, right? Like in rom-coms, the cartoon, very vectorized images for covers is what's working. And like, for like steamy, it's just having a man on a cover, right? So that's the difference. And it like
Mhm.
may be a fad, but I thoroughly love the vectored, like cute little cartoon covers. I'm more likely to buy those. And it's just a trend that's different for each genre and generation. So that would be what I would say. if it was me.
Yeah,
But I don't
I
know a
mean, if
whole
it'd be
lot.
worth the investment or the time for people to looking to do that too,
Well, so on Fiverr, that's the thing. So I've worked with illustrators that have drawn it by hand, and it's cost me $2,000. And I've worked with people on Fiverr that have done not the same thing, but similar things, and it's cost me less than $500 for an entire book. So the price difference is vast. So it just depends on what fits within your budget. But I mean, that's and like your time period, I guess. But yeah, I think if they've already been published and they have success, I don't think there's something wrong with like revamping them. I'm not talking about revamping them every 5 years. I would revamp them like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Are they going to
That's
get
just me.
a new reissue date, or are they going to still have the original published date?
No, I would just re-upload the files. I wouldn't
Gotcha.
redistribute them with a new ISBN or anything because that's going to cost you more money. But I don't know. That's just me. If you want to do that, because I have some books on my shelf that are super vibrant, and then I have some, I swear, they're like from the 1920s and they're borderline scary. You know, like the illustrations. You know, like back in the day, like Pinocchio back in the day was scary. That was terrifying. So I do have some of those on my shelf. I'm like, those should probably be like smoothed out and a little softer. But you know, I don't know. That is just a food for thought.
In the classroom though, the kids like pretty much they're intrigued by the illustrations and then the illustrations pull them in, but then the words too. And then this is also when I was first creating my books, I did a lot of research because the font matters too. And I was cleaning out some books in my back room over the weekend because just reorganizing stuff, and I was looking through some of them. I was like, some of the books had like cursive writing and or just like different kind of fonts that are hard to read, and they're like, you can't do that. So I don't know, maybe if I had something like that, I would maybe reissue and rethink things like that.
No, yours are gorgeous. Do not touch the donut tree. That is my favorite book. Do not touch that. I love it.
Thank you so much.
Don't that is like, that's gonna be like a treasure. Okay, I'm gonna like encapsulate it. But yeah, but Russell, me and Russell talked about this earlier, Valerie, and you might know, but Comic-Con season is upon us. So it's been upon us since March, but Comic Palooza finished up in May in Houston, right? And me and Russell were talking about, I don't go to those anymore simply because I would go with my friend Greg, and when Greg passed away, it just was no longer fun to go. So I don't go to them anymore because Josh won't go and dress up with me. I haven't won that argument.
That's not a Josh thing.
I know. I haven't won that argument.
That you got him to wear pajamas in private during Christmas was a huge accomplishment.
I did.
So this was huge at the Comic Palooza I just went to. They had
she was there.
It was so fun. But Matt Denneman was there. This guy.
Nice.
And I went over there because I only had a little bit of time to attend, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go look at all these things. But the celebrity corner was way in the back, and I was like, okay, there's the lines to see the authors and the celebrities, whatever. But they're like, no, this is the second line, girl. And then the big line was like way in the center, and it was like woven around. I was like, yeah. And then there was another one for some illustrators, and I was gonna try to wait for them, but those lines were super long for illustrators from comic books. And he had so many, but I mean, he's on like multiple books of his are on the top 10 right now of the New York Times bestseller. And so, but what was so cool is Bradley's bookstore had some that he had pre-signed. So I just got a pre-signed one.
Nice. There you go.
Just so I could have one to my collection of signed books, because that's so cool. But and I heard from another like small bookstore or some other authors, because there was a lot of authors in Comic Palooza all around, and they said that he was walking around and he was taking pictures for people with them, the authors. And I want to say, I think he was indie published, if I remember right, but I might be thinking of another author. But then they're like, man, that's awesome.
Yeah, their literary track was pretty big this year. Like the past few years, it had been much smaller than it was this year. But I feel like authors are, in that sense, not making a comeback, because that sounds terrible. But they've some of them have become more popular. Like their books have kind of become more popular
which is so
from
awesome.
that.
And people want hard copies.
I
Not,
know. That's what's really shocking. Well, I guess because they're signed. Because I mean, if you
Mhm.
still look at the data of it, it's still ebooks
Mhm.
and audiobooks are like freaking dominating everything,
Yes.
not paperback or hardback sales. Because hardback books are expensive. I mean, I would,
Yes.
yeah, it would cost, it would
I'm
take a
out of room
lot.
in my house. I don't know about you, but I have no more room, really.
Oh, yeah, my bookshelf is full. I do need another one. But I mean, I just to pay that, like, I don't know, because some of those books
I don't
can
know.
be like,
That
how,
did not hold this. I was next to a lady who bought
yeah,
6 books of his right there,
no,
just
yeah,
whipped it
I
out,
don't.
just no problem.
Now, if it was like,
So
if it had like
that warms my
painted
heart.
edges, I know. If it had painted edges, I would, I don't, I
No
don't
painted
know.
edges.
I
They didn't
know.
even
That's
care.
why I'm
They
like,
didn't
I
even
don't
care. They just
know.
wanted it. So.
Yeah, I don't know. But I also probably don't like the genre that he writes in, to be
Yeah,
honest.
but what was so cool, there was authors of every genre there. So I was like, and I was there on a Friday and I had seen some of my friends, some author friends, and they're like, it's a little slow today, but then it turned out great, even with the bad weather that weekend that they said it was, killing it. So you just
Yeah.
never know where's a good place to take your books.
I feel like Fridays are always just really slow because people are working
Yeah,
and stuff. Generally, Saturdays are like popping days, at least when I would go.
heck
It would
yeah,
be fun.
heck yeah.
Man, yeah. I don't know. Those are, yeah. I no, see, I still no, I still couldn't do it unless it had painted edges. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a cheap ass, but
You
yeah,
are.
because it has to look pretty on my shelf. And if it's just
Well,
it, no. Now,
I
okay,
was
I
there for
take
the
that back.
signed copy. So,
I did pre-order Peter James's book when he
oh,
was on.
nice,
I did pre-order it, and
nice.
I got this bitch from London. They mailed this to me from
That
London
is
and
so
I
cool.
did pay for it. But he's like, in my mind, my bestie. So I don't
He's a
think
pretty
he
cool
knows it.
dude.
Yeah, I don't think he knows that he's my bestie, but to me, he's my bestie. So I ordered it for that. But I think I still only paid like $30 for it, which
That's
I
not
don't know.
bad. That's good.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like, it still was like, oh, I don't know if I should do it, but yeah. But if it was painted edged, I would pay up to like 50 for it with like a nice, pretty design and like gold foil on the cover. Heck yeah, I would do that. But not with white pages. But I guess if you see him, it's like you're caught up in like that moment of like, oh, I'm meeting them and they're selling the book and I'm gonna buy it. Doesn't matter. So
That's
yeah,
exactly
okay,
what happened to the lady Valerie was
yeah.
describing.
Yeah, and you know what? This was so cool. I don't know if I had a chance to show you this. I think I was out when y'all did you see this? I just happened to be it's called Heroes of 1776, the story of
No, where
Declaration
was
of Independence.
that?
Well, I was substituting at a school here in Houston, and they had all the security up, and I was like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "The Supreme Court justice is coming." I was like, "Of Texas? Of what?" And I
Nice.
was like, "Not the Supreme Court, but it was really him. It was Neil Gorsuch. He written a book, and he came to speak to the kids with his co-author, Janie Nitz, and so they had signed copies, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm
Oh,
totally buying one
heck.
because." But it was so cute because the school presentation, it's all about the history because it was in conjunction with the birthday of America for 250, and so he was making this tour and it's factual information on the history, but the kids were asking him all the same questions like, how did you think you wanted to write this book?
Oh,
What was the challenge
nice.
you had writing this book? And it was so cool because you're still just, no matter if you're a Supreme Court justice, you're still an author and you're representing your craft, and they want to know, like, what was the challenges? Was it hard? How was the process? So everything you do as an author makes an impact, which was pretty cool.
Man, I love that. I low key want that book now. Like I'm not
Yeah,
I
and
I really like it.
I got it. I got the signed one too of that because I
Dang.
was like, heck yeah, give me that. That's so cool to have in my library. But just because it's like, okay, I'm a dork, y'all. I'm a book dork.
I like the
That's
sign ones
okay. That's
though.
okay to be that. I
Yeah.
mean, God, author
But this
talk.
was I got my
That's our
copy at
show.
Blue Willow. Russell, which is down the street from you, but they might not have any more signed ones. I think he had some extras or something. So.
Nice. I'm gonna
Or
go
you
look and order it.
you can order it on Amazon. You know you
Yeah.
can.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah, you
That's
can
what I'm gonna
totally.
do because nobody comes to my town, which is I understand why. It's not a complaint. I understand. I totally get it. So, but oh man, okay. But anyway, so there's more Comic Cons, but the Women in Publishing is doing their marketing boot camp is
Saw that.
starting in June. And then on top of that, you have a bunch of different writing retreats and conferences that kick off in June. So if it was me, and I could have done it before the show, but I didn't. And I will do it and post it in there. But if you just type in writing retreats or conferences happening near me, I know that you will find at least 10 to 15 because they have picked back up. They've become more popular and people are looking to connect with other writers and make writer friends, which I know for authors is you guys generally just want to write, not necessarily have a lot of friends, unless you're like me and Valerie, who are just like, yeah, everyone's our friend. So you're probably more like Russell over there. That's like, I just want to write and deal with the people I have to deal with, and that's about it. But people are looking for more community, Russell, and team players. So you should go and check those out because they
I'm
are
just
happening
glad
near.
you didn't use that other word.
Oh, which one?
Relationship. People want a
Oh,
See,
yeah, it didn't
thank you
seem
for not using
appropriate.
that word.
Yeah, that
What is
seems
it
too
called?
intimate.
I know this is really popular. I've seen it where it's called silent writing or something like that. You're going like to a coffee shop or somewhere like that. I guess it's like a mini writing retreat, writing, and
Do you just
everybody
write
gets
in
together and then
silence?
it's something
But
like
you
Valerie,
that.
you're
have
Have you seen that,
trying to
Russell?
freeze up again.
But you had other, but hold, okay, wait. I'm trying to wrap my head. But okay, so you go and meet people so you can write in silence together.
Yeah, I think it's like a
Oh,
little community thing, and then maybe you're talking about your project or something you're writing on, but then you have like silent writing time, and it's just I don't know. I've seen it a lot, and I don't remember where I've
I
seen it. Maybe on
actually
Instagram or something.
huh.
I actually know what you're talking about. I don't know what the correct terms are either, but I've come across that too, Valerie. And I bet
Hmm.
many of the people listening to this podcast today,
Absolutely, yes.
I bet they're like, yeah, well, I don't know what it is, but I'm sure many people have heard about it.
I feel like Right Space when they were around, they had like a dedicated
They did. That was a
group for that.
wonderful idea while that existed.
Right? Because I
Hmm.
mean, I remember going, Russell, I think I was with you, or Sandy had sent me down to get
No,
footage of it for the
Sandy and
show.
you, we actually did an author talk from Right
Right? Because
Space
it was like, it
once.
looked like a warehouse that we were in,
Yeah, it
like
was
the plumbing and
spectacular.
Hmm.
stuff. Yeah. Because I remember
Hmm.
that. And then I
That would
think they
be a good
had like
summer
a room
thing.
out like that.
Hmm.
But
If you have some
I
time.
mean, I could see that happening though, because I mean, this isn't writer related, but I feel like it's a trend. So maybe it goes. But I know on like cruise ships, they have um, the headphone party, right? Which is like you have headphones, so there's
Yeah,
no
I don't
music.
understand that.
And
Oh, yeah,
so,
they
My
had it
wife and
downtown
I,
Houston.
uh,
It
yeah, we're
was
about
called
to go on
Silent
a
Disco.
Yeah,
yeah.
my wife and I are about to go on a cruise and we were watching a YouTube video and I said, that's so stupid. She said, no, we're going to do that. So we were arguing about that because I don't understand it. And she says, that's the problem. You don't seem to want to understand.
Yeah, I didn't because I think there's like two channels. There's like one music station and the other, and then you can connect. But you just go and you're like on the dance floor with a bunch of headphones, and there's like no music. So I feel
Yeah.
like it's the best people watching opportunity because you can't hear what's
Is it?
going on, and they're just really getting down with it, and you can just I don't know. I like to do
No,
that.
they
So
had it in downtown Houston. It was called Silent Disco. It's in Market Square. And it was
okay,
around the holiday season, and they had it all lit up, and then you would just check out the headphones. And I was just watching, like, oh, and then they had like one of the little rotating things where you could take your picture, the video. You know what I'm
yeah.
talking about. So
Hmm.
you could do that
You
too.
stop
But
pushing her
I'm
away,
not. She's pulling on
Amy.
my arm. Look,
You
see?
stop
And then
that.
look, no, she went to get a grape,
There
Russell.
she is. Is she pushing you away or not?
She can't hear you, so she can't answer.
Okay, that's
See, nope. Say nope.
so funny.
Yeah, see?
Valerie, that is so that you haven't told us about the conclusion of the school that you taught this summer, writing school. Uh, what grade were those kids?
Well, I was teaching, oh gosh, my after school program, I was in Bel Air teaching at an elementary school, and that was
No,
for
the one
second
that
to
you
fifth.
just finished.
Oh,
Was
that
that
was at the Menil. Yeah, that's another part of my job with writers in the schools. Because I
how
have
do I
different
get my
roles.
granddaughter in that next year?
Oh, that
And
is
I asked that
part.
on the show so other people that want to get their kids in that, because my oldest granddaughter will be in the fourth grade next year. This is something she would love.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So that particular thing at the Menil, that is only available to schools who are in our program, and it's part of their
Ugh.
field trip option. So, but we do have summer camps. I'm teaching 2 summer camps this year. And
Riding
they're,
summer camps
yes, writing summer camps. We're all
for
over
fourth
Houston.
graders.
Yeah,
Where are they so I can enroll my granddaughter?
literally everywhere. They're at Duchenne. They're at oh my gosh, where am I at? I'm going to be at Annunciation Orthodox. They're at Holy Spirit Episcopal. They're where else are we? They're at
Holy
Rice
Spirit
campuses.
Episcopal. That's where I'll sign her up.
Yeah, there's a Rice camps. We're also at U of H downtown campuses that we're opening up this summer. It's our so there's I'm gonna, there's one over here by 249 at the old Compact campus. There's one in Sugarland, there's U of H downtown. We are all over, just like wherever you want to go, wherever you feel like driving. But the Duchenne is probably very close to you also.
It is, and that's where I'm going to sign her up.
Yeah, it's
I like how
fun.
you guys just know like locations, and I'm over here like I have no idea. But you guys, I lived in
It's
South Houston, so I don't know. I don't know
There's the
anything.
school's website. The campus.
I don't know. I'll have to look and see if they have one up here for the girls. I did put Sky, which was my child here that Russell accused me of pushing, which I wasn't pushing. But
You were pushing.
I was not. She was getting a grape and then she was yelling. So I was like borderline. It was borderline. It was needed though. You would have supported it. But anyways, I put her in. So we have a YMCA up here that's not like the gym. It's just like a YMCA that like functions out of 2 buildings for camps. And so they have a baking one and she really likes to cook and bake.
That's
So
a
she's gonna
serious.
do that.
That's a serious camp that all children should go to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So she's going to do that one, but it doesn't start till July. And then for Meadow, I'm trying to find one. I was going to do swimming because they're like fish out of water, but I don't want to ruin the funness of swimming for them. Like, cause I
And
was going
you
to put them in
will if you push
competitive.
it too much.
Yeah.
At some
So I
point, you
wasn't
gotta
going to do
have
that.
the lesson, all that stuff.
Yeah, well, like they know how to swim and do all that, but I was gonna see about
Yeah.
putting them in like competitive swim, but then I was like,
Oh,
they're probably
yeah.
gonna hate me if I do
Don't
that,
do
so
it.
I didn't.
Only because there's nothing worse than being a parent and having to go to swim meets. That's like the worst. Destroys your weekends. It
Really?
destroys
Because
whole
I think I would rather have
months.
that. At least it's indoors versus soccer where I'm
No, it
sweating
Outdoors, it's
isn't
not
outside.
always
outdoors,
indoors,
girl.
and it's
They're not.
gross and it's
Oh my
hot.
Oh,
gosh. Yeah, and
And
then
your
don't you have
kid
mm,
swim
like
practice at like 7?
competes. Right. And your kid has an event, and then you're stuck there for another hour and a half before their next event. You got to act like you care about all the other events. It's
that's
just
fair.
awful.
Honestly, it was the swim cap that did it for me. I don't know how to put that thing on.
I
So
know.
that's really what sealed it for me was I'm not going to be
Oh,
successful at
mine
that.
was like the early morning thing. I was like, oh, no, I'm not going to that. I'm not going to join
Oh,
that. The
See,
yeah,
you're
water's
so
that's
cold.
true
smart,
too.
Valerie.
You guys
You're
make
smart.
really good points. I like this. Is why I asked y'all. I like it.
I
I
do. The only time I know this tells you something really bad about me, and then I'm
okay.
going to insist upon us leaving. Uh, when
Okay.
my son was in the seventh grade, my oldest son, he was doing a lot of bad stuff, as
Okay.
all seventh grade boys happen
Makes
to do.
sense.
And I was so mad at him that I decided his punishment he's much like me. He's not a team player. He doesn't want to do things. So his punishment is he had to be on the swim team 1 year. And
Oh,
it
Ooh,
was, and to this day, now he's like 36 years old. He still talks about how that was the worst possible punishment in his whole life that he
yeah,
man.
got was having to be on the swim team.
Well,
that it's a
okay.
lot of work.
That doesn't
Yeah,
sound
and he
fun.
hated it. And I would come home from work early just to drive him to swim team to make sure he went to practice. And it was a nightmare.
Oh,
And it
yeah,
worked. That
no.
was the best punishment I
I
could
was
have.
gonna say that was pretty
He,
strategic.
yeah.
Yeah. And you know what else is good?
Everything.
Tennis camp is like deadly. That
Oh,
my
really? I
kid
was
wanted to do
thinking
that
about
one
it.
year. I picked them up. I thought they were gonna die. They looked like they were gonna die on because they had made them run and run and run in the heat. They're like, never again, never
That's
again.
fair too. See,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I can't. I'm not going to do any of those. But I will keep Russell's promise, which is Russell's story is going to close us out for the day. So, you guys, we hope that you all have a fantastic start to June. If you're in Texas, we're going to survive the heat, you guys. It's going to be fantastic. But
It's just getting up,
I know it's
revving
going
up.
to be so great. It's so great. So, but anyways, you guys have a fantastic Monday, a great rest of your week. And until next week, bye for now, everybody.